Well, hello. My name is Vontia Bors, founder of Connect to Soul New Earth Community, channel of the Actuarian Council of 12, and here to assist humanity across this transition in the Ascension process. Well, that's a mouthful, isn't it? But really, that is basically what I'm here for and what I've been working for the last 37 years. And boy, are we not in at the pointy end. Things are really chaotic out there. So I really
Things
wanted to.
are really chaotic out there.
So I really
Things
wanted to.
are really chaotic out there. So
I just, excuse me, hearing two of me, that's more than I can cope with. Um, do you know, when you have been preparing for something, as I have, and you've been told what to expect, when it's actually happening, it's no less um, not shocking, but the impact of it still affects you because when you look around the world today, look, do not forget this is a spiritual evolution. And what does that mean? Well, it means that for eons we have given our spirit away, or the spirit of the human spirit has been hijacked by anyone who we gave power to. And be that the church, be that the government, be that anyone that was willing, and there were many who were willing. And so the time has come for us to take our power back, to restore our spirit. That's what it's about. All this thing about knowing thyself and loving thyself and being thyself is about knowing that you have a spirit in here that is everything, that is life itself. It is an energy that has created you, that is connected to all of creation. And until we own that and claim that, there will be always someone who will want to tell you how to live your life, what to do with it. And if you are willing, then that's okay. There is no right or wrong. There is just what do you choose? We have free will. So let's just have a look at what's going on in the outer world at the moment, because it's very hard not to feel the energy of that. I woke up this morning and I felt so heavy. My body felt heavy. And that was the energy of the collective that is really suffering. So let's just spend a few moments considering the suffering of so many humans on this planet at the present time as we are going through this birth of the new earth. It's difficult, isn't it? Particularly if it is affecting any of your family or anyone else that you're close to. It's difficult. And I just want to ask, how are you managing? How are you taking care of your spirit? Because the spirit cannot die, and soul actually doesn't suffer. It's the physical that suffers. And I usually say to them, hey, I don't like pain. None of us do. It seems to be the process that we are in of the birth. It's like giving birth to a child. It's a painful thing, but the rewards are beautiful. Beautiful life comes out of the birth canal. And this is what we're doing. We're going through the birth canal. And there's a lot of debris that has to be eliminated. So, how are you managing? Because it's not about fixing the old. The old doesn't need fixing, it just needs to be left being old. It is time for us to renew. We don't talk about the old moon coming back, we talk about a new moon every time, and yet it is the same moon. Well, it will be the same humanity, but it will be an expanded humanity in a higher conscious awareness that will leave behind the division, the polarity of right, wrong, good, bad. It certainly will leave behind harming themselves or another, because you cannot harm another without harming self. And all of that will just dissipate out of our level of consciousness. In years to come, our young ones will say, you will say, oh, there were so many wars. And they'll go, what's a war? And that is where I actually want to live. And it's where I live in my environment. There is no war in my environment, there is only love. So, those of us who are on this journey, how do we manage this chaos? Well, we manage it through giving lots of compassion for those who signed up to do the tough stuff, what I call the tough stuff of the suffering, of the bringing to awareness of the rest of the collective, saying this is not how life is meant to be. And this is what it's all about. This spiritual evolution is about us coming to the realization that this is not how we are meant to live. This is not what human kindness is about. This is not what the human spirit is about. We have lost ourselves. We have lost our knowing of who we are. And the true essence of of the humanness. We have sold out our humanness for trinkets. Yes, for trinkets, for, things that are going to, the outside things to make us feel good. It's all back to front. We're still, so many people are out there struggling, and they're, let's do politics better. Let's do religion better. Let's just not do it, because so far it has done nothing other than divide and cause war. And if we're going to talk about that, and know from my history, and I don't know if this is going to go on now because I'm using all sorts of language that once upon a time would be, not allowed on screen. But the fact is, I went through 2 wars before I was 12, so I've lived it, and I made the decision that peace is the only thing that I will accept in my life. Love is the only thing I will accept in my life. And so we are coming to that place where we are saying no more, because people, the collective, the people do not want conflict. It is the controllers that want conflict, and they want power. Well, let them go and have a Barney. But let us do what is innately our essence, and that is human kind. That is the word kindness. It means sharing and caring. And it means love. It means peace. It means harmony. It means everybody living well. That has not occurred on this planet for a very, very long time. And I'm hoping that before I leave this planet, that I will continue to see so much more of it. And I encourage people to gather and to start living a different way, not with permission from anybody. We don't need it. We don't need it. We don't need permission from anyone other than our soul self, knowing that this is in alignment with the all that is of love, peace, and harmony. And we all stand up and insist on that in our world. That is what is taking us through this out into the better world that we all have been promised. There are many, many people around the world going through floods. It's not just the American population, it's also in Europe, it's in Thailand, but they have all been prophesied. Floods. For those of you who have worked with me, you know that I was very fortunate to meet Dolores Cannon many, many years ago. And when she took out all these maps and showed what was in the future, This is exactly what she showed, the time of floods. It's like the earth is washing itself. I hear you. You believe that it's been assisted a bit. And yes, it has been assisted. I don't believe originally that this many people were meant to suffer as a result. But also, let's just really understand that those who've had control all this time, they can feel that we are standing up and taking it back. So they're doing everything in their power to hang on as long as they can, and they use the biggest weapon they have, and it is fear. Now, fear is an illusion, okay? It's a phantom that is created by the stories in your heart, in your head. So let's all, as a community, as a collective, come into our heart and send love and support and guidance and healing to all who are traveling this journey in such a tough way. But many of us who are now living in a better place have already gone through some really tough things. We didn't just get here. Woo, okay, yeah, poof, here we are. No, most of the people that I talk to and the people in the community, they've had their dark nights of the soul. And that is the birth canal. So, how are you managing? Are you managing by loving yourself more, by celebrating life more, by appreciating every moment in your life more with gratitude? Feeling blessed for every little thing that is yours, for the love of your family and friends. Are you present? Are you present, or are you out there worrying about things that may or may not happen? Come to the now. Bring all the love you have into your heart and make your heart absolutely explode with love for the rest of the collective. That is the best thing that we can manage to do. How are you managing this spiritual evolution? The best way is through self love, faith, and spending time with like minded people. You all know that I have this privilege of a group that has created these breakies every Monday morning. But anyone can do that. We started with 3 people. Now we have 25 to 30, right? That are local. But I have people in Queensland who are part of the community who do brekkies. In New South Wales who are doing brekkies that belong to the community. And so we're spreading the love. So how are you managing? Manage by insisting with absolute unwavering intention that you will do everything in your power to make this a better world. And we are. We are. The end of 2024 is going to be very rocky. So we need each other. That is why I'm back on screen. And yes, I know that you might miss my daily posts, but I want you to do more work on yourself and really, really find your inner strength and your inner self. And we will do this together. Manage by love, by peace, by compassion. Yes. So, if you're enjoying me back on screen and enjoying these videos, then please, the whole thing about subscribe, like, share. And if you would like to support my work, there is a donation button in the description box, and I'd be incredibly grateful for the smallest or the largest contributions. So I just want to say to you also that next week I will, and I'm going to be doing this probably, as much as I can every Wednesday, although I am traveling to Malaysia very shortly, and hopefully I can still do some live while I'm there. But it is a holiday. So next week it's going to be a little later, 12:30, because I am inviting one of our community, a young man that I've known since he was 7, and some of the community really know him and love him and see now that he's 22 and in service of humanity. He is a gift that I want to share. So I will be inviting Blaine Dickerson to speak with us and with you, with me, about his journey as he was born with the sight into the spirit world, and he is an intuitive healer, a medium, and so much more. So I'm looking forward to having him for a chat next week. It'll be 12:30. I will schedule it and it will be put on for you. So, in the meantime, let's all send lots of love and compassion to all who are doing it tough in the world, and there are many. And please manage yourself through love. Have a great week. See you again next week. Bye bye. It's been wonderful, and thank you for spending some time with me. We are doing it. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel that you can't even imagine. I promise you. Because I was shown it and I know it to be true. It's in the stars, people. Bye.